Hi, and welcome to Dev Support Office Hours. My name is Bob. Joining
Would
with
would you like a pizza roll? Send Bob your pizza roll.
joining us live via the OUYA office is Jared Yeager.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Jared.
How you doing?
I'm good. From somewhere in the Seattle region, what's that noise? It's Mr. Tim Groutman.
Hey, it's more like a Walter Cronkite accent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the way it was.
Mr.
Yeah.
Anyways. How's it going, guys?
Doing good. Played a lot of Diablo 3 over the weekend. I think I'm addicted.
Diablo.
Yep.
Diablo
Diablo.
2. Diablos.
I started playing like Saturday night, and I don't know what happened to Sunday.
That was me in college playing Diablo 2. I got hooked on playing as a necromancer and almost cost me a class, or it cost me a grade. I played that way too much. It was just too fun to like control. Like you're rolling through the dark countryside with what, like a crew of six skeletons, a golem, and your hired help, and literally they're just tearing everything up for you while you're setting up bone shields and all that stuff. I'd be down to check out Diablo 3 because I think the Witch Doctor is similar to the Necromancer. What are you playing as, Tim?
I've got a monk,
Mm.
Mm.
He's
but
got all, like,
yeah,
he's all crazy melee, right?
yeah, and I'm on PC. So if you do, you can join me on PC. I know Gets has it on Xbox, so I'm on the PC version. They don't talk
Nice.
to each other, so.
Um, no, that's awesome. Yeah, weekend was good. We had the rain has all gone down. We have beautiful sunshine here in Southern California, and getting ready for GDC because we're going to be there. Tim, you're not coming down for GDC though, right?
Not this time.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess one of the top lines is, yeah. So we'll be at GDC. We'll be at various events. We've got our friends, Read Only Memories. We're going to be sponsoring them at the Mix event, so they're going to be showing ROM on Ouya there. So the Indie Mix event's got all sorts of cool indie games. It's the first night of GDC. You should totally check it out. Monday nights, I think it goes from like, I don't know, 7 or maybe it's 9. I don't know how late it goes, but a lot of cool indies there, and also I believe we're supporting Hero Generations, which is one of the Free the Games funding campaign games. They're going to be going to beta soon, and I believe they'll also have a Ouya set up at the event. So we'll be at that, and then we're also going to have a separate drinks meetup, I guess happy hour time. I forget what the actual the event is. What, I think Thursday, Bob?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's not Monday?
Well, no, Mix is Monday.
Oh, I thought so. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
our event.
yeah.
Yeah, we haven't said officially, eh?
No, but Kelly said we could.
Oh, well, I hear it's going to be cheesy.
That's right. So yeah, we'll be I forget it's anyways, we're getting the details set up, so we'll probably share online and on the forum and maybe in the dev newsletter as well. But we'll have a get together as well at GDC. So that'll be good times, and we'll be all the different events. We'll be taking meetings. So if you want to meet with us as a developer, always email us at officehours@ouya.tv, and we will set something up. I'll be at Game Connection and GDC. Bob will be all over GDC. So will Kelly. Kelly's giving a talk, actually, I believe, on Wednesday at 3:30, unless I'm mistaken. It's either Wednesday or Thursday at 3:30. But you can check your GDC schedule. So yeah, we will all be up there meeting up with the devs, talking Ouya Shop, talking Xiaomi and Alibaba, and everywhere we're going in between. So it'll be good times. So we're doing a lot of prep this week for that, setting up meetings. So again, hit us up, and we will make that happen.
Boom. Bang. I guess can we not say anything else that we're talking about at GDC yet?
I guess not yet. Now we're going to leave everyone in suspense. So now
Ooh.
everyone's going to flock to GDC to find out what we're talking about.
Yeah, buying their
Ah,
tickets from
yeah.
all over the land.
hmm that actually, though, brings up a good point. Because I'll
Thank
be
you.
flying up, and you'll be probably at GDC, and Kelly will be traveling as well. We probably will not have office hours next Monday.
Oh,
It's that soon, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Time
Great.
flies.
Yeah. So I assume that's just not going to happen. Unless, well, at least I don't think we'd be able to pull something off from GDC for office hours. So continue to send us questions, and then we'll do our big recap the week after.
Right. It's not because we can't. It's just at the conferences, the Wi-Fi signal is terrible.
yeah.
Like we're like
Yeah.
it's like dial-up speed.
I mean, it was tough last year at the booth when we set up the Twitch stream just to get that thing rocking and rolling. Matt had to pull some wizardry just to pull that off. So yeah, it's just not worth everyone having to sit through technical problems for that. But yeah, so good times ahead. Be crazy hectic. I'm excited to go. I've actually never been to GDC proper, which sounds insane. I've been in San Francisco for other events that coincide with GDC, or like big game demos or events that were tied around it, but never actually on the show floor. I have all the trade events, so that'll be exciting. Because last year had Baby could not travel. Now Baby travel with us, so that's gonna be good times. But my baby will not be at GDC. She doesn't have the credentials to have a pass yet, so she'll be somewhere in San Francisco. That sounds like a responsible parent. Um, Good
I,
times.
s- I saw last year they had signs no strollers, and then this year they have like some sort of daycare thing going on at GDC.
Hmm.
That sounds kind of adorable. I can see a lot of baby cosplay at GDC daycare.
Baby Kronos from God of War. I'd like to see.
Yeah. You've got like baby Dr. Mario giving out measles shots to the other kids.
A hot topic.
Controversial.
Oh man, this is why I tune in to every office hours. You never know.
So Tozalil had a question.
Tozo
Cool.
Toze Leal has a question. You're right, Tim. Do you want to take it?
All right, so he's asking about what kind of info can you get from the Construct 2 plugin, and I think he's talking about request gamer info. So with the plugin, you can get receipts and gamer info, and that gives you the username and the user ID, which is a unique identifier for the user.
Hmm.
Or like if you want to show that in leaderboards or something. So
What do you think? What would one be wanting to do? What kind of stuff can you do with a question like that?
well, scoreboards. You could have a scoreboard, leaderboard, like buddy messaging. Or you just want to show in your game, hey Bob, if you want to show their username.
Hmm. That's cool. You could create like really eerie moments.
Right? Or just seeing your name, like in multiplayer, that kind of thing.
Hey Tim,
Yeah?
will we ever be supporting CryEngine with Ouya Everywhere since it's coming to Android?
Yeah, I saw that it's only $9 a month too, so or like $9.94, some weird price like that. But yeah, it's totally affordable to get going on maybe some. I'd start with like the usual 2D type stuff, and yeah, it's on my list.
Maybe me and Jared can look for them at GDC and see if we can hook somebody up with Tim.
Yeah,
Get Tim some stuff to look at.
yeah.
Always a wise decision.
Yeah.
I'd expect it's a lot like the Unreal Engine, so I'd probably be able to reuse a lot of the native code I did for both projects. So I've got like a shared project that I could probably use to get started for that.
Splendid. So, Jared, did we cover all of just the facts?
No. We haven't even begun to fact. Um, so I also have some questions from some of which we'll get to after I run down this stuff real quick. So, yeah, for this week, we've got some more games and bundles, sale fun coming down the pipe. In no particular order, tomorrow, 50% off Tennis in the Face for a week. Yeah, good fun. If you've not played that physics madness sports game, 50% off for Tennis in the Face, going for an entire week. Also, you have through Wednesday to get Fist Puncher for 50% off. So definitely check that out from our friendly devs at Team 2-Bit. Also, just for fun, it's Jay&Kai's birthday today. So happy birthday, the most prolific OUYA developer we have, with over 30 games. So happy birthday to you, sir. And then also we have the 1, 2, 3 Animal Math Games bundle going live tomorrow for $7.99. So our friends at Egg Roll Games, they have 4 Animal Math Games. They have Animal Math Games for kids, preschool, first grade, and second grade. And yeah, $7.99. So each game is normally $2.99. So it's essentially taking $1 off all of them in a nice, fun edutainment bundle. To play with your kids. So it covers everything from like Common Core math, pretty much lists out in detail what you can all do in that. So that, I believe that bundle is going to be permanent, and that'll be live tomorrow. Also, we had the Addams Family Pinball table go live in Pinball Arcade over the weekend. So be sure to check that out. I believe it's free to try. And our friends at the Pinball Arcade, now they focus on that mammoth task. Now, for like, I think this is the 3rd time I've said this, Ghostbusters Pinball will be coming back, I believe, this week by Friday. So now it'll be back, although you've heard me say this before. But it's already approved by QA, so we've seen it, we've played it, it's great.
Dear.
You're like, oh, really?
No, but I mean, because we did that newsletter. So that may have confused people.
I know.
We did a newsletter that said it was coming.
Yeah, we never sent it. We always keep pulling it out. So we never.
Oh, we didn't send it?
No, we always swap of another game that's got an update.
Oh, okay.
So we've never lied to anyone.
Bullet sort of dodged.
Yeah.
Except for what I just did.
And Full Blast should have a great shmup update this week. And Joe Danger is still coming soon. So we're working closely with Hello Games to bring that to you soon. We'll keep you posted. It'll be like this week or the week after. We'll post a sweet trailer for it soon when we get the exact launch date. But that is coming along quite nicely. Good fun there. And then we've got another bundle, which I can't announce yet, going live next week, and a couple other sales going to GDC week. So while we may be away, all the good deals and savings and stuff will still be coming your way. I did not mean for that to rhyme. Yeah, all good times. Yeah, the Jackbox Party Pack is still rocking and rolling. They updated it, so that's also available on Mojo now as well. Yeah, I think that might be all the facts until, of course, I remember like 10 things before the end of the show. So transitioning from that before we potentially grok out, I do have a few questions that came in from Benjamin Stanley. It was actually 9 days ago, but we didn't have office hours because of the break. I wanted to get to his questions, and Tim, I think these will mostly be for you.
Get ready.
So get ready.
Okay.
Benjamin Stanley, I have a few questions regarding the Unreal 4 OUYA branch. OUYA and Unreal 4. Will the OUYA Unreal Engine 4 GitHub repository be updated 4.7 stable when it comes out or soon after?
Yep. Yeah, right after 4.7 releases officially, I'll just clone it and manually merge the stuff, so it won't be too tough to upgrade.
Cool. Then what made you decide to go for a separate branch of Unreal 4 as opposed to C++ plugin for Unreal Engine?
Right. So why did I do it the way I did it? It was just the first way that worked. If there's a better way, and also I did it for compile times, because if you add any C++ code to your project, it can take like 30 minutes per build, and the way I did it, it's like only a couple of minutes. So it was just for speed.
Cool. And then other questions. What will OUYA be doing to ensure it it's as easy for developers as possible to make games for Ouya and get them to consumers in China. It's a good thing you've asked. So we will
Great
be
question.
releasing dev newsletters soon. Because we are essentially we are open for business to bring games over to Xiaomi. We'll be launching games there soon. We've got our process now basically in place, so we're going to try to give you a good bullet points example of how to submit your games, implement the right SDK stuff, or recompile, translations, all that good stuff. So we've hinted at things before. We've said, okay, it's coming, it's coming. We now have a few games that have already gone through the process. QA submission, all that good stuff. So now that we've had some great volunteers from the Ouya community that we've worked with closely on this, we can now present the streamlined process for all of you. So that will be coming out hopefully this week. And then the other question was, can we region lock our games? For example, if we do not have the money to localize our game into simplified Chinese, will we be able to region lock our game till we are ready? Yes.
Yes.
You've been able to do that actually from the beginning. So in the portal, you can choose which countries you want your games to appear in. Also, when you submit your game, it doesn't automatically go to Xiaomi. It's a separate submission process. Because again, it's not the Ouya storefront on Xiaomi devices. It is our games, your games published via Ouya on Xiaomi via a special storefront or featured curated section that's labeled as Ouya or just on their storefront in general. So again, it's not Mojo. It's not like with Mojo where it's the Ouya launcher is on the device. So I know we've mentioned it before, but just to kind of clear that up for anyone who still had questions. So that's pretty much how it works. The other question regarding GDC, which you've explained, will be they're showing off games at the Mix event. Not a booth proper, but we'll be showing at the Mix event with ROM and Hero Generations, and then we'll also be doing happy hour mixer stuff, which devs are welcome to attend. Those were all the questions from Benjamin Stanley. Thank you very much.
And Benjamin Stanley has another question.
Benjamin.
He's saying, do you have a list of translators for OUYA-Devs? So not officially yet, but you can get some of this information in the upcoming newsletter we'll do, and that's a great note for us to make. It's something that will definitely help devs, eh? Hey, Jared? It's a great question, right?
Hey.
You guys agree. Everyone agrees. So I have a surprise for everybody, especially this guy. We have two guest devs who are working on a game. Is that what you guys are working on?
Yeah, Charge Shot. We got it behind us.
I like what I'm seeing in the background. I want to play it now.
We got a couple buddies over playing it right now. But,
nice. Is this a projector?
2 to 4 player local multiplayer game. We have jetpacks and a charge shot and a shield. So you can deflect the bullets, and the environment also manipulates the bullets a lot. Like one level has a waterfall, pushes it down, and it's equal parts blocking and deflecting as it is shooting.
All you need in life are jetpacks and lasers and shields. So I am sold. This looks like a nice, elegant kind of setup for some multiplayer madness. I'm liking it.
And it looks very complex. So what did you guys build this in?
Game Maker.
Yeah, we're working with Game Maker Studio. Originally, Britt made the game for Ludum Dare, and we actually sent it to Bob to play, and he liked it. So then Britt was like, "Hey, we should get this game on Ouya," and I'm like, "Okay." And it was his first game he made solo. And he also made it in 48 hours. And I opened the project file, and it was a mess.
Yeah, I'm not a programmer.
So I was like, okay, I'll build this up from the ground for you again. So it'll be cleaner when you go to build the Ouya. And then it kind of became a full-on project of making it a better game than it was. So yeah.
It looks great. And so Britt and I talked a little bit briefly about Game Maker type stuff. Did you guys have some Game Maker stuff to talk about? Because Tim is definitely the great guy to talk about all of the engine and support and middleware stuff, or how we can work together to make Game Maker support better, or all of that, I guess. Very open-ended.
I think the big thing with GameMaker is getting the ODK working with it. A lot of people who use GameMaker are novice. It's a great program. I love it. It can get very complex, and if you know what you're doing, you can make great things with it. But a lot of people don't know on the Android side of things what to do in order to get that stuff working with it. So I believe you actually have. We haven't actually implemented the ODK yet, because we basically made the PC version and then we just ported it really quickly. It's actually playing on our OUYA right now, but I think you have to make an Android extension, or like run an Android Java extension in GameMaker. There's a way you can do it, which isn't overly complex. I just think for a lot of people with GameMaker, they think that the Android export is going to be a click of a button. They don't realize that they have to set up a lot of SDKs and stuff like that, or really how to do it. And there is documentation for it, but it's not very good.
Right. Yeah, it's community supported right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
at some
yeah,
point,
dude.
I'll add official support, and it'll be more like the Construct 2, where you don't have to be a programmer to get it working. The
Yeah.
initial one that we worked on was like you have to get your hands dirty. You're editing program files. You're editing Java to make it work, and it really should just be drag and drop, so you don't have to mess with all that stuff.
Yeah, the GameMaker forums have a lot of how to get things working on Android in general, but not too much on the OUYA side with it. But the OUYA community forum things that I've seen about the GameMaker have been really helpful so far.
Yeah, I'm sure also once the more where you figure stuff out, we're going to do tutorial videos and gladly help and support the community from just what we've learned in our experience making a game in GameMaker and porting it to OUYA. I think one of the biggest problems that we're having right now is just controller support stuff. Currently, we only have one OUYA controller, so we are using a USB adapter to use like Xbox 360 controllers and stuff, and we've been having some trouble just getting that to work quite properly. Like, for instance, triggers just don't work, which could be just completely our fault. I'm not sure, or it could be a GameMaker thing. I know that playing Hardlander, my buddy Nick's game, he uses Unity and he uses Xbox controllers sometimes, and that works. The triggers work there.
Well, so Unity using a special plugin.
Tim's got all the plugin stuff. I will shut my yapper. Go for it, Tim.
Yeah. Well, Unity has the OUYA Everywhere support, so it's going to work with a bunch of controllers. Right now, you're using a GameMaker thing, and it's not connected to that, and so you're not going to get the nice remapping. But when we do add that, every controller will appear to your game as though it's a OUYA controller, so you won't have to deal with all the different types. And then if we add any new ones, you won't have to publish your game again to get that support. It'll just automatically support new controllers. Or if we go to Mojo or another device, it'll just automatically support that.
Yeah, I know that one thing that we found that might be helpful to other people making GameMaker is was the resolution thing, which you could probably.
Oh yeah, we had heard that Unity games like to run. You guys like them in 720 or 1080p. So we actually we built our game to be 1080p when we started, and it's a pixel art game, so you're going to blow up the resolution a little bit. But we built the in GameMaker the camera control is by views. You have views in your room, and usually what you do on like a Windows thing is if you're not doing full screen, you take your view size and you take your port size and double it, so you can get a 2 times scale on the resolution, and that automatically scales the application surface. GameMaker has a really handy application surface that'll scale up by itself. The problem is doing that on the OUYA. We got about half the frames per second that we had on PC. Yeah, I assume because of the processing power. But what that was actually doing was it was calling too many draw calls, which was slowing it down immensely. So the thing we found out to do is is to actually not scale up the port in the viewport in the room in GameMaker, and let the GameMaker handle scaling the application surface up by itself.
Yeah, and
it halves the draw calls. So it brought our frames per second back up to 60.
As you can see now, I mean, it's running definitely at 60 frames per.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a very fast-paced game. So.
Yeah, that was something that I saw a lot of people having problems. Like, OUYA slowing down my game, this and that. It's not OUYA slowing down the game, really. It's just inefficiency in your draw calls.
So what's the best way to get that? Should we document that somehow?
I think it's try not to make games at a really, really high resolution, or try not to draw. I'm trying to think of a good way to word it.
We can probably write something.
Scaling is causing some overhead, so just
yeah.
But what we should do is step-by-step screenshot the heck out of it, and because you're getting 60 frames a second, so it's like, yes, you can get 60 frames a second.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you're at 1080p, so that's the goal.
Especially a lot of people use GameMaker to make pixel art games, and what they don't realize is you don't have to scale it up. You don't have to scale up your camera, because it's going to scale up to the size automatically. GameMaker does it automatically. It automatically will scale up to the resolution of whatever display you're using.
Which I think it didn't do in the past, which was kind of a
problem. It was
I
think in early 2014 they added they changed the way they handled the application surface. For efficiency, they made it so that it only draws the half-size surface, and then it just scales it up. So it doesn't have to run the draw calls of having twice that amount of pixels to draw. So yeah, we got it working. So
I feel like that's pretty heroic, guys.
Yeah, same here.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, we were searching all of it. Why is the and the immediate thing is, oh, it's the OUYA or this and that. It's not the OUYA. It's just being inefficient in your code.
Which is game development in a nutshell. Everybody likes to always blame things on the tool or what they're building to, but usually it's their code.
Yeah, it runs just as well as on the PC on the OUYA. So
yeah, which is awesome.
Which is great. We haven't really run into any processing power struggles with it.
Which we just sent you a build, I think, today.
Yeah, I sent you. We finished our little demo for you guys to play, and I sent it to Bob a couple nights ago, and then realized I sent him a broken build, and then just fixed it and sent him another one.
Sweet! I can't wait to play in the office today.
Yeah, I'll get it to you, man.
Sweet.
There's a question that's pretty relevant, which is, where can we find out more about Charge Shot?
We just set up an IndieDB, which doesn't have that much information yet, but it will. You can follow us on Twitter at ChargeShotGame, and we'll probably have a TIG source post pretty soon, and maybe a Tumblr and a bunch of stuff. We're just getting started. So I made the demo in December at Ludum Dare in 48 hours, and then over the past month, me and him have had 1 or 2 days a week where we get together and work on it. So it's been, it's pretty new. It's pretty fresh.
Yeah, if you look up Charge Shot, all one word, on IndieDB, there's 2 little devlog, just video captures that we have if you want to see what the game kind of looks like playing. Also, there's a few screenshots on there, a little bit of information about it. But we've been trying to participate in Screenshot Saturday on Reddit, and give updates that way. A good community there.
Yeah.
And then,
so where do they do the Screenshot Saturday? Is that on GameDev, or what site is that?
Yeah, our GameDev.
Subreddit GameDev, yeah. They do every Saturday. It's actually they have it in competition mode thread where it shows you a random, it doesn't show it by the comments by its ranking, so you get to see everybody's screenshots, and then based on their upvotes at the end of the Saturday, the ones with the most upvotes will be at the top. It's a good personal marketing tool, but also a cool way to discover new stuff that people are working on.
Also, on Twitter, if you use the hashtag ScreenshotSaturday, it gets compiled to screenshotsaturday.com. So that's always really cool to look at. If you go there, you can kind of just it just displays a bunch of screenshots, and then you can click on it and go to the people's Twitters, so you can see kind of what the community's working on, which is always a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Well, now we can post your screenshots on our Twitter and Facebook. So,
Yeah.
we look forward to pulling them, and we can start saying this game's coming soon. So I like it. Nice.
Yeah, and Cullen and Britt, you should keep an eye out for the Essential TV because they do a cool podcast interview thing weekly, or is it semi-weekly or weekly, Jared? I don't know.
Every Sunday right now, though, I think they may not have the technology to actually record or pre-record some stuff on weekdays, but yeah, they are every Sunday right now for at least an hour.
Cool, like dev interviews and.
Yeah, I can introduce you guys to the main OUYA Central and OUYA Brew. I'm sure they'd love to have you guys on.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Sweet. So Tim, does that count as a grok with Grotman, or do you have some other stuff grokkable too?
Yeah. Okay. So, you want to upgrade? Okay. So to make this China thing go smoothly,
Yeah.
You want to upgrade your OUYA plugin. Make sure you're using the OUYA Everywhere input, and then localize your text. So even if that's all strings or whatever, then you can send the strings to us, get it localized, and we can send it back, and it'll just make the process go really smooth. So upgrade your plugins, localize your text. That's your best bet to getting over to China.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I think we did it, guys. You want to play the food game? I think I'm gonna win.
I don't know about that, Bob.
Did we answer all the questions?
Yeah, I think so. Did any come in for you on your
I
side?
didn't see anything. No, I mean I'm just looking at the Q&A. I just saw someone say they submitted 9, but I think maybe we answered them all already.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as we've cleared all those out, I'm good.
All right. Tim, do you have any other Game Maker questions for Cullen and Britt?
Well, just shoot me a link to the stuff you talked about, and I will add it to the show notes.
Awesome.
Cool.
And then, maybe we could do like a cool write-up with a dev vlog or something soon too, where all of you guys have been learning. That'd be
Yeah,
good.
it's definitely. I need to add an official plugin for this stuff. Although it's good that people can find what they need in the community forums because the community is great over there.
For the most part, I haven't found anybody who's written up an extension to get the ODK working with especially just getting the ODK working with it. I was thinking about maybe trying to do it myself.
Right. And just ping me on Skype and I'll help you through some of that stuff.
Cool.
I've got plugins in the other engines, and you can pretty much reuse most of the code there. So.
Cullen, I'll intro you to Tim after this.
I think for the China stuff, so people know the process of how we're going to put this stuff out there. Currently, for example, Kill Switch on OUYA Forum saying there's no info on GitHub for the getting your games on Xiaomi. So I know when we do the newsletter, I don't know if that stuff's going to be directly on GitHub though when we do that. Will it?
So yeah, there'll be a lot of that information, and right now I think we're in like the prep and review phase. We're gonna have to like look at every project and make sure it's all running smoothly. So like we're making steps towards completely opening up that process, and we'll have that sort of information in the newsletter. Does that answer your question, Jared?
Yeah, and you still need to get your app keys from Bob and Jared, so there's that process.
Yeah. So we're working towards it, and yeah, we'll start with like the first technical steps that you'll have to do, and then it'll get a little more clear as we make it clear, which you should expect something very soon.
Clear to make it clear.
On that note, all right, Cullen and Britt. Really quickly, I saw like a cool like level select thing happening there. Can we see that, or are you around right now?
Yeah, as soon as somebody dies, we have at least a quick temp one.
Can you just walk us through some of the actions?
So you'd have something.
Yeah.
So right now we have 3 levels that we made like really fast. I made like the art for each level in like
No, they're
6
awesome.
hours.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they look
I
great.
like them a lot too. But
So
we have the waterfall level, which the waterfall pushes the bullets down and you down. We have a lava level with the lava rises and lowers, and if you can shield bump people, so you can manipulate them in their physical world, so you can knock them into the lava. And then we have an ice level where it's all slippery, and there's spikes, and then there's like wind that will randomly blow in different directions. But the lava level's sweet.
also, if you yeah, okay. Yeah, lava levels like favorite already.
And we have a temporary character select, and so I've made 6 characters so far that are actually implemented. It's really easy for me to make them. They're pretty modular and really easy to implement. So I plan on making a lot of levels and I want all the levels to affect the gameplay a lot. And I plan on doing like secret unlockable characters and maybe even some contests to get have fans become a character in the game, like a secret unlockable character.
Yeah, Britt actually he emailed Bob after his Ludum Dare. He showed him his Ludum Dare version and asked him what character he should make next. And I think Bob said make a one with a big eyeball. So we made a big eyeball guy. I think he's actually playing in there right now. I called him Bob.
That's cool.
Hey, you guys, on the character or in putting in fans and things like that, you guys should maybe should introduce you to the Super World Carts dev.
Oh yeah, I've been following that.
Yeah, they've been putting other Ouya game characters into the cart game, and they like trading characters back and forth with other games. So I'm
That's
sure
awesome.
I've made some like not animated, but just like single stance characters of like Frog and Duck and Towerfall Blue characters, and but they're all like super buff.
Cool. When I get your email, I'll definitely introduce you to that dev, so you can maybe get like your character in as a kart racer for their game, and look at one of their characters in.
We have our little character select screen in the background right now,
which we'll hope to polish up a little more, but yeah. So they're all just a bunch of bounty hunters competing in an annual televised bounty hunter death match.
Sure.
For glory and fame and money.
That's awesome. To close things off, we like to do a food game where everyone runs through what was the coolest thing they ate this week, and then we have like a very scientific way of picking the winner. So you guys can go first.
So I'm a little like short on money always. So I think the coolest thing I probably ate was rice with beef ramen noodle seasoning in it.
Ooh. Savory.
It just tasted like rice.
I almost ate something cool last night. I had like a leftover hamburger, and then my wife was making waffles, and then I really wanted to like roll the hamburger in the waffle batter and then like put it in the waffle iron, but it seemed kind of sketch. But I ate like a bunch of General Tso chicken and like wanted to throw up, and that was pretty awesome. I ate so much. I ate so much General Tso chicken that I literally had to like unbutton my button of my pants.
General Tso's chicken is the best.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes it General Tso, but it's amazing.
Cullen and Britt are on the board. Jared, you're done.
Yeah, so this was kind of saved up from last week since we do office hours. But I did an extremely belated birthday lunch because it's really hard to go out for dinner when you've got a baby that you have to find a sitter for. So we went to this restaurant in LA called Son of a Gun. It's the sister restaurant of another well-known restaurant called Animal. These the partners own both. So this one's very seafood focused, and so it's all about using all the parts of the animal and the fish. So this was kind of right up my alley. So it was a combo of like little things put together into one big kind of plating service. There was like a lobster roll, which was kind of cooked in a little bun with celery, lemon aioli, and like little potato chips, kind of mixed in the salad part of it. They had a this shrimp toast sandwich with like herbs and sriracha mayo, and There was a fried chicken sandwich with spicy B&B pickle slaw and
Oh my
roasted
God.
aioli, tuna melt, and then the really light piece was hamachi and galbi vinaigrette with pink lady apple, and that was insane with like a little bread pudding dessert. So that was like the one treat for myself over the last 2 months.
Wow.
Living the
Quite
highlight.
a treat.
Not crazy, actually not crazy expensive. But it was just a super seafood flavor adventure.
Wow.
I highly recommend it when you're ever in LA. Yeah, it's amazing. So thumbs up.
Strong showing from Jared. Close. He's coming in close behind Cullen. And Tim, what do you got?
All right, so I cooked some stuff with the kids. So we made stuffed red peppers. So while I had the peppers were boiling, then I made some hamburger meat and I mixed it with spaghetti sauce. And then in a dry bowl, I mixed some turkey stuffing cubes with celery. And I mixed the burger sloppy Joe stuff in with that. Turned out pretty good. And then I stuffed the peppers with that stuff, and it was pretty good. I thought about putting in the chicken broth stuff that I usually do with turkey stuffing, but it had like 900 milligrams of salt, and I skipped it, and it was good anyways.
That's a really good submission for you, Tim.
Yeah, it was good.
I made my own pot stickers for the first time ever, and they were incredible. Incredible, Jared.
That's really good. And Tim's picture also looks really good.
Yeah, it looks like an egg yolky thing or something that's happening. I don't know what that is.
It's part of the screensaver that keeps coming up.
Okay, well, so I was just going to give myself the win no matter what because I was so proud of my pot stickers. But we can tie. So it's a three-way tie. Me, Tim Groutman, and Cullen for the beef rice. If Britt would have made the waffle burger,
waffle?
yeah, that would have won. Just so you know the rules, that would have won. Because especially the more things that are inside of the thing, that's part of the system. But on that note, that's the end. That's all, folks.
All right, guys. Thanks for having us on.
Excellent. Thanks for being on board here, and can't wait to play the game.
Yeah.
Ouya.
Sweet. Ouya. Yeah, play the demo.
Ouya.
Great.
We'll check it out.
Play the demo, Bob, with 4 people.
Bob,
Okay.
make sure you play it with 4 people. It's the best.
Okay, we'll do.
Not 3 cats, 4 people, Bob.
Bob, play it with yourself.
Okay, I love you.
I think it's 2-player minimum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's all multiplayer
Cool.
only.
Play with people.
Yeah. We love like Samurai Gun and Nidhogg and Towerfall and Zero Space and stuff like that.
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Everybody always
Super
loves that one
Bomberman.
out.
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad's awesome.
amazing.
Bomb Squad's
Love
beautiful.
it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Totally.
Good choice.
All right, guys.
Have a good one, everyone. Ouya on. Bye.
Bye. Britton, Colin, check your email.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.